teacher on the first day of school, like a very nice, politically correct religion teacher, right? When I'm in an Austrian classroom with a very politically correct Austrian religion teacher, right? Very tolerant teacher, right? And that teacher might have he might say that whole idea of, we're all the same, all humans are equal, I don't judge anyone based on their looks and blah, blah, blah. Like, he might say that, but when he reads the class names and then he comes to my name, he's like, oh, that's a different name. Oh, where are you from? Where are your parents from? And blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? And like, even if you have an Austrian name, but if you have an Austrian name and you're like black or dark in general, then that same tolerant teacher is gonna perceive you different still. And you're gonna get that special treatment, and you're gonna get that that thing, where you're gonna ask him. And he's not gonna ask the white girl who's half Hungarian where she's from. And the reason for that is because they look the same. Germans, Austrians. Maybe the boy in the class, maybe his parents are from Germany and they came to Austria, but he's not gonna ask him, because ultimately he doesn't give a fuck where the kids are from. He just sees that they look different than him, so he's going down that, that road where he wants to ask the kids I always fucked with my teachers. Whenever they ask me where you're from, I said Austria. And then they would be like, no, like, you know what I meant, like your parents and stuff. And like, okay, yeah. Like, I used to fuck with my teachers all the time because it was just funny to watch, I've never met a single human being that truly didn't give a fuck where my parents were from, So just that life experience itself kind of is my evidence to be like, okay, most people might say that they think all humans are equal, but they don't really internalize it in how they live their life. They still see people as different, and they're intrigued by that, and they wanna seek out that information based on visual differences. Not because they're from a different country, but because they look different, So that thing still exists in the brains of people. And I think when people say all humans are the same, they don't mean it from a interpretation standpoint, but from a more like a human rights standpoint, right? When they say we're all humans at the end of the day, they mean it in a, every human deserves the same human rights. But when they see a person that looks different, they still